Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 17, verse 4. And here, Bhagwan Shri Krishna is very clear about the different kinds of worship that people do in the different modes of nature. This came as a surprise to me because it was very precise and very clear. So it's great, it's wonderful. So let's thank Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Let's call out to him and thank him for helping us understand in such a clear way. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, thank you for helping us understand, for making this verse so clear that it's easy for us to understand. Thank you for giving us everything that you've given us, and please help us understand so that we can come closer to you. Okay, let's read the verse. Yajante satvika devan yaksharakshansi rajasa pretan bhutagatan chanye yajante tamasa jana. So basically, I'll read the translation first. Men in the mode of goodness worship demigods. Right? Mode of goodness is demigods, mode of passion is demons, and mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. So it's very simple here. Satvika is Devan, Sattva is Dev, Rajas is Rakshas, basically, and then Pret Bhut, basically ghosts, is Tamas. So you can kind of understand. Maybe I should do the English version. I keep forgetting that. Probably people prefer the English version. Okay, so what he's saying, it's very straightforward, very clear. Those in mode of goodness will worship Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Sun God, all of many different demigods for practical purposes. Bhagwan Shri Krishna has talked about demigod worship in chapter 2 and 3 also, and he's really been harsh on demigod worshippers. I had no idea that he was so clearly harsh on them. It's amazing to know. I mean, the Gita is just whoa. So he's saying that again, may people in mode of goodness worship the demigods rather than people who are transcendental beyond all of these material modes. Very clear. When you study the Gita, some things get very confusing, but many things get extremely clear, and this is one of them. Demigod worship, if anybody has any confusion, read the Gita. There is a clear source. There's very clear verses like 17.4, this one, where he talks about demigod worship in exactly clear ways. Okay. And then the Rajas mode, people worship all kinds of, demons. Somebody worshipped Hitler or whatever. There are lots of examples. And then the Tamas mode, people worship ghosts. And there's some examples of people in villages going to worship trees that have ghosts in them or whatever. And then he talks about impersonal Brahman worship also. This is also saying the same thing. Tamoguna drawn towards ghosts and spirits, Rajasic towards yakshas or semi-celestial beings who exude power and wealth, and Rakshasas who enjoy. So this is who enjoys sensual enjoyment, revenge and wrath. Anger, revenge, and sensual enjoyment. And they even offer blood of animals to appease these lower beings with the faith in the propriety of such lowly worship. And Sattva is demigods. Okay, I have not been reading Bhakti Vinod Thakur commentary, so let me read. Persons who are characterized by Sattvika Shraddha worship the Devtas, person characterized by Rajsika Shraddha worship Yakshas and Rakshas, and persons who are characterized by Tamsika Shraddha worship Bhutas and Pretas. I want to read the text 3 also. It seems to be quite a lot and important also. O Bharat, all men are endowed with Shraddha. A person's Shraddha, which means faith, corresponds with their type of existence. Whatever his Shraddha becomes, whatever is his Shraddha becomes his inherent nature, Swarup. So whatever is his Shraddha becomes his Swarup. The main point is this. By constitution, the Jiva is my Amsha expansion. Therefore, he is Nirgun. That's what Prabhupada said also. When he becomes forgetful of this relationship with me, then the Jiva possesses modes of nature. When he remains in bound state due to previous mental impressions, his nature in connection with the mode of natures arises. Okay. So his nature arises in connection, in conjunction with the mode of nature, the three modes. His own nature arises. From that nature, his internal senses or antakaran are molded. Antakaran, I think there were 4 levels in the antakaran. I'm forgetting. I just heard about it this weekend and I've totally forgotten. These internal senses are the consciousness. Purification of the consciousness is the seed of nirgun bhakti. Is the state of fearlessness, abhay, purification of that consciousness. So the Shraddha existing in a purified consciousness is the seed of Nirgun Bhakti. The Shraddha in an impure consciousness is endowed with modes of nature. So if we have pure consciousness, we are Nirgun Bhakti and we are abhay, we are fearless. But if we are impure conscious, then we are in one of these 3 modes of material nature. As long as Shraddha is not aimed at that which is Nirgun, it is not known as Kama. Listen as I explain the topic of Shraddha imbued with Kama. Okay, so if the Shraddha is not aimed at, like if we're not wanting something that is transcendental, then it is known as Kama. Even the demigod stuff, even the mode of goodness is known as Kama. There was this lecture that I was attending this weekend on Vedic cosmology, Bhagavad cosmology, he called it. It was by an Amritanand Prabhu who lives here in Seattle. He's really, really, really knowledgeable and amazing. So he was talking about the 14 worlds that we have. So in Hindi we say, right, Tino Lok. So the Tino Lok is the upper lok, which is, the Earth is number 7 out of 14 planets. And the first 6 are the upper lok, then Earth is the single one in the middle lok, and then the lower lok is the 8 to 14. And so Tino Lok means all these 14 planets basically. It's not actually Tino Lok, it's 14 Chauda Lok, 14 Lok, but we call it Tino Lok because it's categorized into these 3 different things. So when we do good karma, we don't go to transcendental. When we're doing good things, when we're doing charity work, when we're going to, feeding the homeless or like sheltering the homeless or feeding the poor or whatever that we're doing, we're not building devotional credit. We're not getting out. All we're doing is we're building good karma, which means we're going to go up the chain of these 14 worlds, which is very much in this universe, material universe, and we're just going up there, and we're going to Swargalok, which is number 5, which is just 2 levels up. That's it. We're not even going, that's not even going to Brahmalok or whatever. And we can keep, Brahmalok is the top one, and we can keep going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And oh my goodness, we can do this for eternity if we want. We can just keep going. And it's meaningless, because what happens is, when at the end of it, we'll keep going up and down based on the association. If we're in association with good people, we'll stay up. If we choose association of tamasic people, will go down and into Patal, which is the lowest one, the number 14. So we'll just keep going up and down and up and down. It's useless. We don't want to have the good karma or the bad karma. We don't want any of these, because at the end of the day, we are not getting out of this universe. And when this whole cycle is about to end, then Mahavishnu is going to breathe in, and this universe is going to enter through one of his pores, and all of us are the souls, the jivas, along with our subtle body, is going to be stored in the body of Mahavishnu for God knows how long. And then he's going to breathe breathe out and a new universe is going to be created and Brahma is going to be created, and there's so many details to that, and each step is like 1,000 Devta years, not even like human years, which is God knows how long again, and then Brahma waits for God knows how long before, and then finally the souls with our subtle body will again be created into this, and again we'll have this many days of Brahmas for 100 years where we'll be living in this universe going up and down and up and down. This useless, absolutely useless. It is maddening. It is like not mad, it's like madness. Yeah, it is absolute madness. It is useless. We need to get out of it. Let's try to get out of it. Let's go towards what is transcendental. Let's go towards what is nirgun. Let's go towards Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Let's get out of here. And people who are in impersonal state of mind can also get out of it. They will be going into Brahma Jyoti, which is out of the universe. But according to Amritanand Prabhu, the way he was saying is it's spiritual suicide, because there is nobody there. We're going to be alone. So do we want to be alone, or do we want to have relationships, sweet relationships with Bhagwan Shri Krishna, where we can have Vatsalya prem with him, or we can have Madhurya prem with him, which is the Gaudiya Vaishnava path that we are on, or we can have Sakhya prem with him, or all these. So we can have all these different rasas, and actually there are many more rasas also, not just these 5 big rasas. But yeah, so we can have all of that stuff. We can have relationships with each other rather than just being alone. We'll be peaceful when we're alone, but we'll be alone. Who wants to be alone? Human beings are not human beings. Jivas, living beings, souls are designed, are happiest when we're in relationship with each other. That's what we're all craving love so desperately. We're craving love. All human problems are caused because we don't feel like we are loved and we can be loved or whatever. We're wanting love. So we're looking for it all around, like just desperate. Okay. Okay. So I really digressed, but that's hopefully that helped. Wish you all a very beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.